like to thank everyone for coming in this afternoon. Before we get started, I just want to let you guys know that some of the things that we may be talking about today might feel a little uncomfortable or uneasy. So I'd like us to first get started in making sure that everyone is relaxed and feels a bit more comfortable.
Time out! In the first interview in Haley's social stage, everyone is greeted to and spoken to in order for everyone to feel more relaxed and less defensive. Initially, family members display defensiveness when they first come to therapy. As a result, they don't know what to expect, or they fear that the therapist will place all the blame on them for their problems. So Haley utilizes the first couple of minutes of the session to help everybody calm down.
How's everyone feeling today? Are you comfortable? Can I maybe get you some mineral water, some sugar-free hot cocoa? Okay, well, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Jan, and I'm very excited to be working with you this afternoon. Now, I would like to go around the room for each of you to tell me one interesting fact about yourself, just to make us a little bit more comfortable. For example, my interesting fact is that I'm a member of the North Carolina Butterfly Society. Now, let's begin with you.
Well, interesting. Maybe embarrassing is I really enjoy springboard diving, and I really enjoy making my own Care Bears.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would say I have the most impressive collection of shoelaces this side of the Mason-Dixon line. So.
Oh yeah, he does.
And I'm really good at matching with my outfits.
And he does.
And you?
I like Legos.
Okay. Well, it's very nice to meet you all and hear a little bit about yourselves. Thanks for your introductions. Let me tell you what my understanding is of the problem that was based on the conversation that I had with Mr. Smith. It appears that Brandon is having some difficulties in school and at home, especially with his behaviors. It's described more or less as a more temper tantrum, and there may be a little bit of bedwetting that's going on. I'd like to begin with you, Damon. And in your own words, please describe your perspective of what you've been seeing.
Well, I feel like it really starts with...
Time out! This is the problem stage of the assessment, where the therapist gathers a careful definition of the problem from the viewpoint of every member of the family. In strategic family therapy, Haley recommends first speaking to the father to increase his involvement. However, in this situation, Jan is choosing to address Damon since he appears to be the less involved parent.
It starts with the fact that Jason tends to not really listen to
No. This is what
Now,
happens.
Jason,
No.
I understand your feelings in this matter. However, this is Damon's opportunity to express his concerns. Let's let Damon finish what he was saying, and we'll come back to you later on in the session.
Time out! Haley listens carefully to the perspective of each individual family member, making sure that no one interrupts until everyone has had a turn to speak. During this phase, Haley looks for clues about triangles and hierarchy, but he avoids sharing these observations because that might make the family feel a little bit defensive.
Basically, it starts out with, I need to feel like I have some authority in the situation, and I don't. And a lot of it stems from Jason not really listening to my needs and how I need to have control of some of the problems that arise.
Okay, well, thanks for sharing, Damon. Now, Jason, now it's your turn to share your perspective.
The last time I've heard this man try to communicate his feelings and problems that are arriving was the last time he couldn't get the new video game for his Xbox whatever 800. That's all he cares about. Video games, sports. The last thing he cares about is
shoelaces.
branding. Clearly, yeah, you're on eBay 24/7 looking up new shoelaces. And you have slip-on shoes.
Not today.
Well, whatever. But anyway, the problem is you parent like your mother binge eats. Yeah,
Wow.
that's right.
Well, let's keep
Way
this.
too
Let's
much.
keep this conversation to
I
why
had
we're
to
here,
bring
and
my
that's
mom
Raven.
into it, didn't you?
Well, you are a product of that tree that you've fallen from.
let's stick to Brandon while we're here, and that's the concern of Brandon's behaviors. So I want maybe if you want to talk just a little bit about Brandon.
The thing is, Brandon, what are you doing?
It's okay. You can keep playing.
The thing is, Brandon is getting mixed signals. I want Brandon to be assertive. I want Brandon to do well in school. I want him to communicate well with others. And he doesn't realize that when he's playing video games with Damon all day long in video games. I mean, what
We have
is that?
fun doing that together.
Yeah, he's your son. He's not your comrade or your buddy. You have
All
to
right.
raise
Well,
him.
thanks, Jason. We're getting a little bit more detail on this a little later. Now, Brandon, are you able to tell me a little bit about what's going on at home and what's happening?
Well, I mean, I've been getting in trouble at school, and my daddy's not very happy with me.
Which daddy are you talking about?
This one,
What about your other daddy? What do you think he thinks when you get in trouble?
I don't know.
I do want to thank everyone for sharing their perspectives, and I would like to give you an opportunity to talk amongst yourself about this as a family. So I'm going to sit back for a minute and observe for the next few minutes. Does that sound okay for you?
Yeah,
Okay.
Time out. This is the interactional stage where the therapist just sits back and observes rather than hear about the interchanges that surround the problem. As they talk, Haley looks for coalitions between family members against others. How functional is the hierarchy? Do the parents work together or do they undercut each other?
Damon, it really bothers me when I give you a specific set of directions on how I want things done with Brandon, and then you do almost the exact opposite of that. What's the point?
Well, you don't give me my chance to give my input. I think my input's important too, and I don't have to just listen to you all the time. Why do I just have to listen to what you think? Why is your word law?
Okay, because I'm the one who actually invests the time, and I think I understand Brandon better than you do.
I have time with him. We have fun.
Yeah, he's not your fraternity brother. He's your son.
But Jason, were you able to hear what Damon was describing to you?
Yeah, he wants me to back off a little bit.
And Damon, were you able to understand how Jason feels about this matter?
Yeah, I guess I need to listen more, but I think it'd be helpful if maybe he didn't yell quite so much at me.
Time out. 10 minutes go by as they continue to discuss the issues.
Sounds like you do have a lot of processing to do with this situation. So I would like to go ahead and plan, if it's okay with you, to meet with you guys weekly, both Damon, Jason, and Brandon, for the next 3 to 4 months in order for us to continue working on this process.